for Immortals, right? They're weak. A weak Omen, a weak Brimstone. Brimstone finally cleaned up by Relics. It's gonna make this retake very challenging, or made the retake very challenging. And that will do it. So, look at that. Cloud9 win the pistol. Mitch going through the smoke. What a clever little spot he holds, but he was going to be tagged out there. They're looking at all the possible angles. Mitch has them all lined up. That's 2 frags there for Mitch. Asuna and Heaven, similar fate from last round, will end up meeting his end by Tenz's Spectre. And even though Kohler is looking to do something, just get a few kills, right? Give them a little bit of an advantage. Situation from what we've previously seen in rounds 1 and 2. They're going to go for this one very quickly. Bjor gets paranoid out. Oh, but just at the absolute clutch moment, you got that detection there. JC Stani with 2, but 2 kills are traded instead. Bjor and JC go down. Now that just leaves Tens here to hold out the doorway, and they'll get this spike down successfully after placing that wall, preventing the movement on Heaven, and another clean, abrupt take of A side, just as they did in rounds 1 and 2.
And they've got rifles to work with here. You need to be careful of the paranoia that's coming onto site. Asuna will be the first one on. Mitch gets 1 Relics, and Tens clean things up. And that's going to be a 3rd round on the board.
Deal with that for the rest of the round. And another potential A hit. JC Stani, though, will connect with a shot outside. There goes Relics, though, and Relics. Oh, no. It's the classic. The classic ends up catching him. And now they'll be able to get some guns out of this one. It will have a man advantage as well. But it ain't going to matter all that much when you have Tens playing the way that he's playing. That's 2 kills for him. Looking for another one, and just like that. And they're going to use that res. Waiting. If Relics does poke this, we'll get traded out immediately. Oh, he got knowledge, and he can't get away from it quickly enough. Unfortunately, while you do move fast in that intangible state, not fast enough. Shinobi will be split up from his teammates, though, as Kohler does get the kill onto Tens. They know exactly where they're going to be located. Shinobi, 1 shot with the Hunter's Fury. Doesn't locate a 2nd kill as the 2 players are tucked away by the defender side. And he will get tagged out, and he's going to get bolted. So location revealed. They can push this one if they so dare. But Shinobi! Oh, man, Shinobi, what a play! And that is fine.
Look
This
how
matchup
aggressive
is
Mitch
far
is
from
being
over.
here. Like, he's the Sage, and he's saying, I don't care, I'm going to push onto B site. Elsewhere, Relics and Tens are just having a field day in middle. It doesn't matter who pushed out. Yes, okay, it's an eco round, but it's so easy for them as they take down 3. And now there's just 2 remaining players, and this is looking like it's going to be 6-0, unless we see something incredible and something special, but I highly doubt it.
Spike once again planted at A. If Gangsta gets a kill here, that's nice. Oh, okay. Trying to go for the poke. Doesn't really now work out. You might as well just do it again. But Bjor is going to be sitting inside of hell. Look at the angle that Tens got. The absolute madman. JC Stani, 2 kills, though, is going to stop this push. It's worked so many times that surely at some point, Immortals had to stop this foolishness. Is 10's even enough here? No, I just didn't want to believe it. You know, at some point the shenanigans need. Now this is going to leave the fight to Kohler to try and clutch this one. Shinobi, he's been great this entire time, and they'll get onto the site. They'll be able to put this one down, and if anyone tries to get on there, the recon was there to detect them. So they'll get the objective done, but unfortunately, that's all they're going to get done here, is they will not be able to win that round. And Immortals now have got themselves 2 on the board after a very rocky start here.
Yeah, and they'll start to do a little bit of damage. Yeah, just 22 seconds. Hunter's Fury gets popped to get a little bit of information. Bjor avoids, but now he's there to get the spray down. Gets 1, gets 2. Tens and Mitch will chime in, but with just 15 seconds, they have to pick up this spike. And they've got to travel so far to be able to do so. The wall does come up. They're running out of time here. They're not going to be able to plan this. So now they just need to get both kills, but Fuller's there to deny it. And I think it was just a little bit too late with that execute there, Golden Boy.
How good Asuna is. Now heads up, he is as well. Gets another kill on Relics. That is going to hurt them quite a bit. Last player left alive is just going to be Tens. In a 1v3 with a beaten up Cypher as well. Bjor is in a real rough spot here, and Tens could just tailwind right through this if he wanted to. Oh, but did he hear him? He did. He saw him, but Bjor off that way.
Look how defensively Immortals are holding as well. Asuna not trying to take mid, instead just jumping out on Fountain, trying to get information. Cola gets one, Asuna will get the second. And all that information that was gathered from Asuna, just having that Fountain jump to peek out onto mid to see if anyone was going to be pushing. Asuna has done so well at gaining info, and it's not something you necessarily see from a Reyna that often. Because of Reyna's ability to go vulnerable and to kind of get away from a fight after you've been able to get an initial.
Caught him on the trap wire, but was Tens able to just clutch it out again? Yes, because that is what Tens does. JC Sani, though, clearly sees that Relics was going to be there, and he was very weakened. May this actually be the moment that C9 was looking for, finally getting a round win after losing so many back-to-back. Ends with another kill there, Asuna in heaven, and it's not enough there. Only one player remaining. Kohler is out of here, and 7 more than okay with that one. There's 4 players stacked up, one inside of trees. It's Tens. They know that it's Tens because these smokes have gone out. Tailwind is out, but it isn't going to be that long before he's picked off. And we're looking at a camera view of a player that was just playing it real safe. And I respect the safe play. So you're just going to look to frag for each other, get kills, try and get them to spend money in the next round. Spike's already down, so this is looking great here for Immortals currently. JC Stani has an angle on a few players here. Oh, JC Stani with 3. I know it's just a pistol, but you just really love to see it.
That's why you use the Phantom over the Vandal. And that's why you see so many teams, especially defensively anyway, use the Phantom. But you can see how aggressively it can work out for those post-plant situations. Spray down is just something you have to be considering. Vandal, so difficult to do that with. As Vice is the last remaining player, maybe hoping to get an exit, but Colin denies it. And we are all square now. 7 to side spawn, so now they can push towards Pizza, get close towards Red Room, but there's Mitch showing a little bit of aggression on his own, but he's only able to get 1. But maybe the damage is already done. The information given to Shinobi, who gets the double. And now they have the player advantage.
And Vice peeking around corner there, got the frag on JC Stani, leaving this into a 1v3. When the big boy guns come out, C9 thrives apparently. But it's not over yet. Even though it is a 1v3, there's still some time remaining. Bjor wins this fight, the game changes. But the intel has been given to Vice, and Vice is going to benefit from that the map entirely. And not allow T1 to get the vision that they so desperately needed for players like Ska to be able to do his job. JC Stani anticipating that Mitch or any player really would be coming off of a flank there, backs away at the worst possible time. If he stayed just a touch longer, would have benefited from that one. A brilliant one-way there from Tens as well, but gets tagged up by Asuna. Thought that the tailwind might have been enough to get away from it, but it's not. Relics though meets him at the generator. Bjor's there for the change up, and then here comes Gangsta. Onto site now, 13 HP, does have the spike and will be able to safely put this one down. Mitch though, it's JC Stani that actually is there for the pickup, and now it is just one player left alive, and oh no, a few seconds remaining. Shinobi, does he get the Hunter's Fury off? Doesn't get the 3rd shot, and no time to plant, perhaps gets it right at the nick of time, but baits it out. Oh, that was dangerous territory there.
Sure, but and of course they were so close on winning that round, but it's so difficult to actually do anything once you've got that mid control. If you're going up against a team that sits back and allows you to have mid, then you're like, well, okay, we've got middle, but what happens now? Where do we go? We're just going to be walking into angles. We're going to be walking into crossfire wherever we might be. You're almost hoping that people are going to get aggressive and push out. And speaking of aggression, Vice gets 2, makes it 3 with the Bulldog. Insane stuff from him.
Asuna over by main, gets plugged there, and now only player left alive. It was Gangsta inside of the dark cover. Put forward on Ascent. They went back to the drawing board, Gaskin, and they did their homework.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to learn those lessons, and you have to look at what went wrong or what went right on the other side. There's Asuna with the opening frag onto Tens. Hunter's Fury gets popped, and there's a lot of ultimates to be used this round. Gangster taking down Shinobi, also Relics, and oh my god, there's just pandemonium here on the kill feed. As Collar gets one of his own, and it's going to be a 3 versus 1.
He's done. But Tens, so crafty. And a double op play, as a matter of fact. Mitch connects to Bjor. 3v4. Kohler's there for the trade to help his teammate out. JC Stani is going to fall. Still a very doable situation here for Immortals. The A site is open. Of course, we know that Immortals, they don't have a foggy idea. And while all that is going on, while the site is going to be available to them, you have Tens creeping up on it. Asuna is going to be in the back and has managed to get on out of there. Oh, Tens waiting for the jump up here. Oh, gets the frag onto Kohler now. That's going to hurt. Leaving just Asuna alone. 1v2. Can Asuna do it? Oh, scratch that. I said it before. The res would be on the table. They use it. So now Asuna with the increased fire rate. Gaskin, you highlighted this at the beginning of the round, but Tens is going to pop up behind him. It doesn't matter. The classic of all things is going to end Asuna. And that will be the round in favor of C9. But they did the job. And this kind of goes back to what you were talking about before, Gaskin, where your options really are going to be, you're going to kind of slim to none. But that kill right there, that kill gives them an opening to start to push on over to that A site. Oh, I thought Mitch actually connected with that one. It didn't end up working out for him. JC Stani lands a headshot there. Spike is going to go down now.
Goes down, but there's 2 players who are very weak indeed.
Beaten up.
This retake is so very much on the cards, but there are a decent amount of post plant positions here. They're trying to cover all the possible angles, but Shinobi gets 2 with the spray down, which now means they can push onto the site with the advantage. Flies through the floor, denies anything from hell. Now it's all down to Gangster in a 1 versus 3. He is going to be sat on Gen, gets 1, but can't get any more. Shinobi with the 3k, and that's going to be 12. That's going to be match point now for Cloud9.
Certainly has been an improvement. Bullets through that wall, that paper thin wall there. Mitch playing all the way back on site, and look at as well the Cypher, right? They're just waiting for them to get aggressive, waiting for them to push.
Asuna has done well to get onto site, but Mitch is there to defend. Gets 1 through the wall, and here comes Tens and Vice. The spike goes down, and it's all going Pete Tong. 13-9 to C9. And I tell you what, a very impressive performance, especially when we consider how much they struggled against Sentinels on this map, GB. I love what they were able to offer offensively, but defensively, with the ops, they look too strong.
Is actually going to be a plus for them here, because they are a solid attacking team on Bind. I'm not too worried about them here, but the action is going to continue to unfold now. Tens, the slow, calm shots of the Ghost is going to locate all those bullets onto Kohler.
Oh.
And while that was going on, Asuna said, hello, I'm going to be inside of the B site here. Look out, though. JC Stani is not aware that Shinobi is there looking at him, and the spike is down. But Asuna goes in for the challenge. Shinobi looking to win this one out here. Can do so with a clean shot, but does not get the kill. Now it's a 1v1. What a strange round that was, but Vice, a headshot classic from distance.
Practiced on a map, but Immortals do look good attacking on Bind. So if Immortals can get a victory here in this round, then that would worry me.
Yeah, but they have guns. And Cloud9 has some better weaponry to be able to execute with, and they'll be able to succeed doing just that. A few TPs now, as a matter of fact, and Mitch does get the kill on Gangsta. JC Stani now along. Oh, they're going to send 2 in the TP. They're just going to go for the full pincer. Oh, look at this pressure that they're pulling. Kohler, I mean, it was a valiant effort without a doubt, but in the end, they knew it.
Here comes the smokes, and here comes the push. And actually, there's 2 players stacked on elbow. Kohler does get taken down by Tens, and now JC Stani comes in. And he does have support, but they've been able to get this B site. Asuna finds Relics rotating through. Now it means it's just 1 player left, and it's just going to be Vice, and this is not going to be a comfortable retake.
And that play, the credit goes to Kohler there, because he was looking right at sight. He never looked away. He let his teammates handle whatever was going on the left and the right. His one objective was to make sure that if anyone popped out, they weren't going to play spoiler to that push. Shots are now starting to come through. And the sound cue did come in. So you heard the shot. And there goes the showstopper. And here we go. Actually, he pops in and Relics actually wins that, but the trade comes in. So he had that one lined up, nailed the shot exactly where he needed to. But as all that was going on, the one factor was the Brim ult. That was the thing that rattled everyone on the defense. Vice not able to do anything with the Stinger.
Shinobi unfortunately doesn't find a kill. But the spike is going to be planted here on A. Of course, it is an eco round for Cloud9, so they have just sacrificed this site, and they're going to go for a retake, but it's not going to be easy when they've only got ghosts here, GB.
Oh, Gangsta needs to be careful. There was one more player there, and he's hearing the footsteps. Oh, the clanging and banging of Relics' Brimstone just left him wide open. Now, Tens has a showstopper, but he won't be able to use it, and nor should he, given that they were saving. And there really wasn't much of a reason in that particular position for him to use that ultimate ability. Shinobi might try and get some exit frags. Gonna get in there. He has no choice but to move. Does get the indication he's going to be there. Connects with one against Mitch. Looks for two and gets two. Headshots for Kohler. And he was on the reload. Oh, no. Oh, Tens. He took out the classic. And then Tens gets two because he used the showstopper right at the nick of time. Unfortunately for Shinobi, that just leaves him all by himself. And the attackers, Immortals, get another win here.
With the splash damage, then fair enough. I can understand why, but in hindsight, I look at it, I'm like, maybe he could have saved it. Asuna gets an opener here on yet another eco round. There is a judge around that corner. Or is it just a Stinger?
I think it's a Stinger.
A Stinger, but
well, it doesn't
Ghost
really matter.
does the work.
All right, well, everyone just hard commits over to the A site now. Bjork's going to be there instantly. Laying out some of those cyber cages, give him some vision, block himself. Oh man, Vice, cheeky but not cheeky enough. Brimstone though does drop orbital strike. Now Relics, unfortunately for him, it was.
And then you look at the other side for Immortals. They've got 4 ults. Sorry, 3 now. As you see the orbital strike popped out, as they're going to get aggressive. They're going to push, but Mitch gets, and the double op has worked out yet again here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Mitch just needed to yeet on out of there. Goodbye. I respect that play. Tens is now going to play that corner angle, which they're not really going to expect him here. Had the smoke coverage, so was able to cross that. Made no noise on the slow orb too. JC Stani will be caught completely off guard. 2 players here. Tens is hearing the sound effects. He knows exactly where they are, and even though gets 1 kill with that one, it was enough for Relics to sweep on in and secure it the next
win you rounds when you least expect it.
So the Owl Drone caught Cypher, but that was going to be the only one revealed there. Tens gets an aggressive angle, and the kill to Spike Carrier will give them an indication as to what the plan potentially was going to be here. And Tens, I mean, you psychopath. Tens! Oh, just go to Tens! Just go to Tens! Just stay on Tens! Oh my word! He's got himself so many. No, okay, I was about to say, like, it wouldn't have worked. It surely wouldn't have worked, but there you have it. Tens stall with that nade to prevent some movement here. Trying to get up on top. That rocket will be good. Now it's a rival showstopper here. No one's going to be around. They're going to back away. Nope, we are okay. I do not want to have to deal with that one. But it pushes everyone back. Oh, no. Why? Why?
He thought he had the angle. He thought he'd be able to shoot into heaven there. I mean, I kind of wish he would have killed himself there because it would have been way funnier, but he's still alive.
Really? Because I find the fact that he's down to 46 HP to be even funnier.
He's just shot a rocket. Right,
he's kind of a wet noodle now at this point. He's just useless and gets shot in the face.
Oh, Vice gets the 3K to wrap the round up. And, well, Cloud9, they heard the showstopper and they all went, yep, everyone just back away. Just allow him to shoot himself with that rocket.
Oh, and then... oh no. Well, there's nothing else there. So either way, I mean, that would have been crazy if he landed that shot right through the wall, but it wasn't going to be. The shock dart will end that one. Now things start to slow down here. Relic's playing a common angle, but with 48 HP, he's on that ledge too. Relic doesn't swing for it. There's no reason for him to do so.
There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, and he might get one as soon as they go in for the push. Because at this point now, well, they have TP, so they can change it up. Hey, but Relix is good for it. 40 HP, but you can rely on him to get something.
Sometimes people trust those Sova darts a little bit too much, but Gangster will get one. Bjor gets another, but here's Mitch to take down Gangster. Can he get the extra frag? No, he can't. Whips out to the Ghost to try and get a second. Needs help from his teammate, and there is Vice right on time to make this 6-5 now. Execute how they want to execute. Whereas when you do kind of throw those Spectres in, you throw those Bulldogs in, it takes the confidence out of some of those pushes.
Ooh. Okay, well, and Shock Arrow actually just sends him back. They're going to just hightail it over to the corner. Orbital Strike is out now. Relix, even though does get a kill with his gun, doesn't really need it with the Orbital Strike. Will force back one. Gangsta working over here inside a long, and Gangsta somehow comes out on top there, making this one into a 2v2. A 6-6 going into the half would be great for Immortals, given how they had such a hot start in the midway through, and nice swing there for Gangsta. They both went at the same time. Now they're going to get the intel where Vice is going to be located. They play for each. Have had some decent results.
Well, another pistol round and another classic right click, but Collar gets the opener. Relix will respond, and here comes Vice to chime in with one of his own. And the spike is going to go down, and it's going to be a 3 versus 4 retake.
They'll have to slice through that wall too. They want to get over to that spike. JC Stani's really paranoid about what could be coming out through that shower. And his paranoia certainly paid off for Vice, but it was not unfounded. Austin is checking his corners, though, has his teammates has Bjor's back, and he has his in turn. Austin, though, what a great shot from him, and there you have it. I mean, just a big win there. They'll have to deal with a squad that executes brilliantly. And just such an odd situation there. Both players were going to be stuck inside of Hookah. They really had no choice. They were just playing around with one another, having each other's back because they are on pistols here. No real choice for them. 1 HP for Asuna. They know that one player is actually high-tailed it out of there. So perhaps that actually could be great here, because if they get another kill, yeah, they get some exit frags. Gangsta's just going to commit to this. One player got caught on the tripwire. Oh, ooh, 24 HP. Get as much as you can, right? Get some kills.
The weird thing about getting exit frags on this round is, yes, okay, you do damage to their economy, but sometimes it means that they'll force up and they'll buy an actual rifle, which then means that third round is going to be harder. And if you lose that third round, suddenly you're not going to have money.
Of course, here in North America, we've had some very exciting matches, and the events have been plentiful. That's without a doubt. C9 will march their way onto the site. They do get on there, but Bjor locates 2 kills, not before being taken out there by Tens. Tens has to get that spike and bring this one back in. It's Relix, though, who manages to bring this one back. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a lot of time remaining. He was maybe hoping that someone was going to poke that when he went to be inside of lamps with the judge. They get the short plant. They got this thing locked down, and Tens has the flank covered. But the problem is the guns are just a little bit stronger for Immortals.
And they would have seen him pushing into lamps as well, so I don't think they will try and go the short way. Instead, they go the long route round. The orbital strike will be there for Relix. He's not going to be able to get into a position to get a post-plant molly, though, so I don't think this is going to be a victory, but he can do a little bit of damage to the economy. I mean, there is possibilities for so much post-plant Molotovs from Brimstone, and we don't see too much of them at this level. And I think the reason why is
the shower. Got a recon bolt, would have found it. Oh no, and there it is. The rocket is gonna connect onto Gangsta. Kohler, though, he's been so effective for Immortals, and I kind of cast a curse in him there, but hey, he's been getting a lot of kills. Has been helping out this team. Plant is down, and that wall to just block off the mid swing that can happen from that truck, which will give Cloud9 more space to work around with now. The push starting to come on in here. They need to play around with one another and just frag for each other. Damage is done though. Asuna, although he dies, Bjor's there. Neural theft activated. Can they get a kill in time? JC Stani, he's had a bit of a struggle of a game thus far, but maybe this could be his time to just step it up here.
There's that post plant
Bjor was
molly.
going to do it. Yeah, the post plant molly, but
And don't have to worry about forcing an aggressive angle and peeking too wide, because you know no one's going to be on that defuse. As you say, it was a little bit skew-if in that situation, so was able to just tap it ever so slightly. As Relix gets the opener, Bjor gets one of his own, but here comes the rest of the boys. They've got rifles, and they're going to march their way onto site and make this 10-8 as Cloud9 now...
C9. And on the flank is Asuna, who needs to get there faster. JC Stani's very weak, though. Has to use the health. The heal orb. Oh. And Tens heard Asuna, and Asuna just was checking corners with the satchels. And Tens' shot is absurd. JC Stani needs to make a play. It'll be an incredible one if he's able to do so. Only 10 bullets left. Does get tagged, and he's going to swing for this one. 10 HP, and now it's match point, series point. Cloud9 Vice giving them the business. It's part of the reason why Tens was a great Sage himself, because he did things that other Sage players just normally won't do. Play aggressive. Vice with the opening pick on JC Stani. That is most certainly going to sting here. But Asuna on the flank. Asuna on the flank and gets 2 kills. Mitch knows keeping this game in their favor. He's looking to end this one. They're so close. 12-8, but Kohler, another kill, is going to give him the advantage. 10 on the high ground. Oh my goodness. He gets the kill through the smoke with the classic. And now it just leaves it up to Kohler. He has been amazing this entire time. Gets 1 kill onto Tens. This is it. It all comes down to the final moments. Kohler saw exactly where he was. And he's going to play for it. He's going to play for the orbital strike, but Relix, with all the confidence in the world, is going to secure the victory for Cloud9. They're moving on in this...